Today I'm going to share some shortcuts that will help you write your Xlookup formulas faster. And of course, these techniques will apply to VLOOKUP and other formulas as well. If you're not sure when to use Xlookup instead of VLOOKUP, check out my previous video on Xlookup versus VLOOKUP after you watch this video. And for this video, I'm going to assume that you know how to use Xlookup and VLOOKUP. If not, I'll put links in the description below to additional videos and resources on learning both of those functions. We'll first look at some shortcuts for selecting range references in our formulas. So in this example here, I have this list of names and I want to look up the email address from this range over here. So we'll just write a simple Xlookup formula. We'll start typing Xlookup. I'm going to hit tab to tab into the function. For the lookup value, I can hit the left arrow here to select cell A4 over here. Then I'm going to type a comma. Now, one common issue with Xlookup is selecting the lookup and return array ranges. If you're doing this with the mouse, it can take a really long time because essentially we want to select all of these cells in this column here starting in cell E4. So if I just select this with the mouse, hold it down and start dragging down, this is going to take a long time. There's 1,000 rows in this range here, and this is going to take a long time to do. So we don't want to do that. So another way to do this, I'm going to hit the up arrow again and then hit the down arrow to select cell E4. And now I'm going to use the shortcut Control Shift down arrow. So hold Control Shift and then press down arrow. And that's going to select all of the cells in this range here, all the way down to the next, or the cell before the next blank cell, essentially. So if your range does have blank cells in it, I'm going to explain some techniques for that as well. But assuming your range does not have any blank cells in it, you can use Control Shift down arrow. Now at this point here, we want to make this reference an absolute reference. So another shortcut key to do that is F4. So I'm going to press F4 on the keyboard. And as you can see here, that's going to make this an absolute reference, or you can see it down here as well. We have an absolute reference. So our lookup array will not change as we copy the formula down. At this point, we're going to type a comma. I'm going to right arrow over to the email address column starting in G4. And again, I'm going to use that same shortcut. So Control Shift down arrow, again, is going to select all the cells in that column there because there are no blank cells in the column. At this point, I'm also going to hit F4 again to again make that an absolute reference for the return array. Now I can just hit enter to enter the formula. I'm not using Excel tables yet, so my formula will not copy down. So I'll just need to double click the fill handle here to copy the formula down. And now I have my Xlookup formula in all the cells. And the Control Shift down arrow technique also works well with VLOOKUP. So I want to make sure we show VLOOKUP some love here, and we'll type a VLOOKUP formula. So I'm going to type equals VL, we'll tab into that, left arrow over once, type a comma. Now I'm going to right arrow over to my name column. Again, I'm going to use Control Shift down arrow to select all the cells in the column. With VLOOKUP, I need to select the table array and I need to go 2 columns over. So I'm going to hold the Shift key on the keyboard here and then press right arrow 2 times, and that will expand my selection there to include the email column. Then I will hit F4 on the keyboard to make that an absolute reference, comma. We'll type a 3 for the column index number to return the third column, false or 0 here for an exact match. Hit enter, and that will input our formula there. We'll double click the fill handle to copy that down. And again, we can use that Control Shift down arrow to save a ton of time with selecting ranges, the lookup or table array ranges here in both Xlookup and VLOOKUP instead of scrolling with the mouse. Now let's take a look at what to do if your lookup range has blank cells in it. So in this example here, you can see we have some blanks here in our name column. And that Control Shift down arrow technique does not work well if you have blank cells. I'll quickly just show what happens here. So we'll type our Xlookup again. We'll arrow over to our name column, and now I'll use Control Shift down arrow, and you can see it only selects down to the next non-blank cell above the next blank cell. Now you can hold Control Shift and continue to repeatedly hit down arrow here to select down the column, but if your column has a lot of blanks in it, that's going to take a long time to still select all the cells in this column. So one alternative here is to use Excel tables. There are a lot of benefits to using Excel tables. I have other videos on Excel tables. I'll put a link in the description below to those, but we can use an Excel table here to help solve this problem. So I'm going to escape out of my formula there, and we'll just select any cell inside the range here, and we're going to convert it to an Excel table. There's a lot of ways to do that. You can use Control T on the keyboard, or you can go to the Home tab here, Format as Table, and I'm just going to select this gray style. Hit OK here, and that will convert this to an Excel table. So now let's rewrite our formula. and we'll lookup value, comma, and to select the entire column, there's a few ways to do that. You can do that with the mouse or the keyboard. I'll first show the mouse shortcut. So we'll select, or we'll move our mouse cursor up here to the top half of the header cell until it turns into that down arrow. It's a very small landing area, but once you see that down arrow for your mouse cursor, you just left click, and that will create a reference or select all of the cells in the column. You can see it right here in our formula. It's made reference to table 13 and the entire name column. Now we do not need to hit F4 here at this point. It's already an absolute reference by default. We do not need to make it an absolute reference. So that's another advantage of Excel table formulas. So now we're just going to type a comma. Again, we'll hover our mouse right over the top half of the email column here until it turns into that down arrow. We'll go ahead and left click. That will create reference to our email column in the formula. Go ahead and hit enter, and that will input the formula. And of course, you can double click the fill handle to copy that down. Now let's take a look at keyboard shortcuts as well. So I'll just retype this formula. We'll go ahead and select A4, comma, I'll right arrow over to the name column. And the keyboard shortcut to select an entire column in an Excel table is Control Space. So hold Control and press Space, and that will select the entire column. Now all I need to do is type a comma. I'm going to right arrow over again to my email column, again Control Space, and that will create the reference to the email column. And you can press Control Space anywhere on any row in the table. That you do not have to have the top row in the table selected. Control Space works anywhere to select the entire table column. So now that we have all those references there, again, we'll just hit enter there, and we have our VLOOKUP formula using Excel tables. Next, we'll look at some tips for working with really wide tables and when your lookup table is on a separate sheet. So in this example here, I want to return the region here. I have another sheet with this rep list where I have the salesperson, which is my lookup value, and then the region, which is the return value. So I'm going to jump back over to this order date sheet here, order data, and we'll start typing our Xlookup formula. And in this case here, my lookup value is in the first column of the table. And I have a really wide table here. So that can take extra time to scroll horizontally back to the left and select that cell. So there's a few shortcuts for this. The first is the home key. You can just press the home key on the keyboard, and that's going to select the cell in the first column of the sheet in the same row that you're in. So in this case, it selects cell A2. Now, if your table does not start in column A, there's another shortcut for that. So we can type equals Xlookup again, and you can also use Control left arrow. So hold the Control key and press left arrow. You'll press it first at least one time and then a second time. In this case here, I do have a blank in this row, so it's going to stop there. I'll hit left arrow again and then left arrow again, and that'll eventually get me all the way over to the first column in the table. So Control left arrow can work as an alternative. It depends on how many blanks you have in the row or the home key on the keyboard. All right, so we'll hit a comma there. I'm now going to select the next sheet in the workbook. Keyboard shortcut for that is Control Page Down. So I'll hold the Control key and press Page Down to go to the next sheet. Of course, Control Page Up would select the previous sheet. So here I have my lookup table. I'm just going to hit down arrow here to select the first cell in the salesperson column, which is my lookup array. Now I'm going to use Control Space to select that entire column. I'm going to type a comma. I'm going to right arrow and down arrow to first select this first cell. I'm going to hit Control Space again to make reference to the region column. And now I can hit enter, and that's going to input my Xlookup formula. And since I'm using an Excel table here, it will automatically copy the formula all the way down the columns. This is another benefit of using Excel tables. You can see with a few keyboard shortcuts here and using Excel tables, you can save a ton of time when writing either Xlookup or VLOOKUP formulas. So I hope these techniques and shortcuts have helped you and will help save you some time with writing Xlookup and VLOOKUP and really any other formula. Of course, if you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to leave a comment below. If you're new to our channel, hit the subscribe button and then head over to excelcampus.com/free to grab our free Excel Pro Tips ebook. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.